Hello and welcome to the Nova Show Real Estate Records. My name is Tristan Hammett and I'm your host for today's episode. And today we have the incredible Sammie Aguilera joining us. Sammie is a powerhouse in the Utah real estate world and currently serves as the VP of Business Development at a commercial brokerage. With a background in relationship building, strategic partnerships, and leveling up the commercial real estate space, Sammie brings a bold and fresh perspective to our industry. Get ready for a smart, real talk conversation that'll inspire and motivate you. Welcome, Sammie.
Thank you.
Yes, this is the first time I've met Sammie. It's we got to talk a little bit on the phone, and I'm so intrigued by her. She's well, I don't know how old she is, but she looks younger and and like killing it at the real estate game. So, Sammie, we're gonna kind of go past where are you from, and then kind of fast forward. How did you get into the real estate world?
Mhm. And so I grew up in Davis County, but I live in Salt Lake County. I'm always like, is it Salt Lake or Utah County? So I live in Salt Lake County. We office in South Jordan, Utah currently. Um, I got into the real estate world probably back in like 2022-ish, working for a brokerage just helping with marketing and agent services. And I actually met my business partner who we just I don't know, we just clicked and we started talking about business ventures and what I wanted to do and what he wanted to do. And we both wanted to go after selling hotels.
Okay. So, like, what draws you? So, commercial is like the Wild West,
Hmm.
first of all. And there's also so many different avenues that you can do and be like have a niche, I guess you would
Hmm.
call it, right? In the commercial space. So, why hotels?
I mean, why not hotels? They're beautiful. Selling a hotel is, I don't know, it just sounded a lot cooler than selling an office building.
Yeah.
Office buildings, I mean, we still work on retail deals, office, industrial, but hotels are the big cool thing to sell. They're hard to sell and they don't sell very often, but when they do, it's pretty cool.
Okay. So, like, tell me, how does one, like, you find a hotel that's selling that needs to sell and then you're finding a buyer?
So we just cold call and we just say, can we bring you an off market offer? So they're very rarely listed. Usually, once a hotel is actually listed, it's probably not that good of a deal because if it was, it would have been sold off market.
Okay.
So we're just cold calling owners asking, "Can we bring you an offer?" And we bring the buyers, and oftentimes we represent both sides on it, and it's done very quietly off market, and then all of a sudden we announce, "We just sold this hotel."
Okay. So there's like, is there any marketing around any of these? It doesn't sound like.
We don't market them until they're sold.
Okay.
Oftentimes with hotels, the owners don't want the property marketed because then employees get a little concerned, "Why are you selling it?"
Oh.
Um, People staying there might be like, "Why is it for sale?" And generally, it's just for sale just because of business reasons.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with the hotel.
Yeah.
People just have to move their money. They wanna move it into bigger assets, and yeah.
Okay. So is this only in Utah or is this all over?
No,
Or-
so we're based in Utah, and that's where a majority of our business is right now, but we're basically the whole West Coast right now.
Really?
Mhm.
So like California,
Yep, California,
Oregon?
Arizona, Idaho,
Oh,
Colorado,
cool.
really wherever, but West Coast is really where we're at.
And is this like any size hotels? Like little motels?
So when we first started back in what year was it? February 2024, we were thinking like, we'll just take whatever we can get. And we thought we'd go more so for like motels or economy properties that are under 10 million. And our clientele just didn't push us there. Um, Most of our deals are 15 up to like 75 million.
Oh my gosh.
So we started to go more for like the upper mid scale, the Marriott's, Hiltons, and Hyatts. So we don't deal too much with lower properties. We'll sell them, but that's just not really where our clientele's pushing us.
Wow. Okay. So how did you find such clientele? Cold calling?
Cold calling.
No way.
Hmm.
Just cold calling.
Cold calling.
Wow. And okay, approximately how many well actually before we go here, I want to kind of like reverse. Um so why did you want to go just like into commercial?
Hmm.
Like not even residential?
Um, I don't know. The selling the homes just was like not exciting to me at all. There's so many realtors. I just didn't like it. I always used to say like, I don't like real estate agents.
Because you were working with real estate agents
Yeah.
as
And
doing
it just
marketing.
sounded, I don't know, it sounded like a rat race. And I just wanted something that was really challenging and very different. And I always wanted to have like a really huge career. And I
Really?
wanted a seat at the table. And a seat at the table doesn't come very often in like residential just because there's so many realtors. I mean, you're competing with thousands of them in Utah. It's pretty hard to stand out and really do anything that different. People that are doing something different, there's like 50 other people doing it too.
Mhm.
And with hotels, it's really easy to stand out really quickly if you're just good at your job.
Yeah, I love
Mhm,
that. I know a couple of commercial agents that are, like, gas stations.
mhm.
That's, like, their niche.
Yep.
So but I've never met a hotel one.
Exactly, that's the fun part. The fun part of my life is when people ask what I do for a living is I say I sell hotels,
Yeah.
and there's just not very many people that get to say that, so
Okay, so how did you go about getting your first hotel transaction?
yeah, so last February when we started, my business partner, he was one that was licensed, and I was like, "I'm just gonna do marketing and kind of the business side of things." I didn't wanna be an agent. Like, I don't like that,
Oh.
I don't wanna do that. And then it got to be more like having a part of the business and really pushing these deals. I need a license for legal purposes. Um, so I got licensed in August, and
Okay, of
yeah, just barely August.
2024.
Yes. So not even a
Not
year
even
yet.
a year.
Not even a year
Top
yet.
500 agent.
Top 500. Top 500 in like 5 months. So,
Oh my gosh.
we were just cold calling, and we actually had a deal that was set to close in August. My license was gonna be there before I got paid for legal purposes. And then that deal actually fell apart 9 days before close. So we had been
No.
under contract for about 78 days, and this
Mm.
was a $16 million hotel. And it was our
Wow.
first hotel deal, completely off market, a new hotel. So this was like a big moment for us. Fell apart at the finish line. Um, and so that like totally just knocked us to our knees. It hurt really, really bad.
Oh my
Kind
gosh.
of made us step back and say, do we really want to do this? You have to put a lot on the line, and go. Residential agents, you can close deals in 15 up to 45 days. Hotels is like 120 days.
Wow.
So it's a long time, and then for it to fall apart, and you're kind of betting everything on that commission check.
Mhm.
So we had just been cold calling, and we actually, once that deal fell apart, we're like, we need the next one. We need more than one
So
under
did it
contract.
fall apart because of the buyer or the seller?
It fell apart. Um, the seller got emotional about it.
Mm.
And that does not usually happen in commercial. It's not very emotional, which is the one thing I do like about it. Residential, people have a lot of feelings about a master bathroom. Commercial, especially with hotels, they just care about numbers.
Yes.
So they don't really care too much about all the emotion side of it. It's just business. So it just fell apart because the seller was like, I I never mind.
Oh,
So
okay.
it got really messy. It's been settled, and we're almost emotionally recovered from it. Um, so we were like, we gotta go and get some more deals. And so this was actually right before it fell apart. We were on a high of going under contract for it. So we actually called a REIT. You know what a REIT is?
Mm-mm.
It's a real estate investment trust. So REITs have like billions of dollars, and they usually own like almost everything in the world.
Oh.
And we had a client that was like, I really want their Hyatt at the airport. We are like, you're crazy. REITs don't sell. Like, they never sell their properties. If they do, they list them with bigger brokerages. They just never sell one-offs. They'll sell them in like 4 or 5 hotels. And, we called them, and they named the number, and we were under contract within a few days.
What?
So we closed that one in October. So that one was our first one.
Wow.
So from October till January 1st, we did, I think, 85 million.
Oh my gosh. That's
It was crazy.
amazing.
So we were supposed to be over 100 with that one deal. So we were like,
Wow.
we have to do 100 million in our first year.
Wow.
So yeah, it
Well,
was,
you're almost there.
well, yeah,
You're
we've
probably
well
are you
exceeded that
you're
one.
over it
Yeah.
now?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
This year, the goal is
those are big
300.
numbers to be playing with.
They are big numbers. But
Yeah.
that's the part I love about my job is it's very like, this is the number we want to hit, and we're going to hit it.
That's so cool. Okay, so you do have business partners.
Mhm.
What's the dynamic there?
Yeah, so I have Are we allowed to say names?
Yeah, you can say
Okay.
names.
So Rich Summers is my business partner. He was actually the principal broker at our current brokerage, overseeing all the residential agents. And that's how we met. Is I was working on staff there and he was the broker. And then he stepped down from that role when we created our team.
Okay.
And then we also have one other business partner, and she just runs the show, honestly.
Okay.
She's actually like she can find anyone's information. It's a little scary sometimes, but anyone's like personal cell phone number, she will find it.
Wow.
So cold calling, she makes it easy for us. So she hunts down hundreds of phone numbers a week, and it's always right. I don't know how she's so good at it. I don't question the process, but she's really good at it. And then her background is being like a paralegal, so she does all of our contracts and legal side of things and writing offers. And
Okay, so she's getting you these phone numbers, which are technically leads.
Mhm.
Yeah, these are leads.
Yep.
And then, so you're not paying for leads?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Okay. So,
I will never spit. No.
no.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so then you're just calling these people. She's getting the phone numbers, you're calling them and then asking them if they are looking to sell.
If they're looking to sell, most of the time they're like, no, I don't want to sell it. And then they're like, but what do you have that I can buy?
Oh.
So sometimes it goes both ways, or they say, I would sell it, but I need to know where I'm going to put that money. Because they're like, I'm not just going to sell it and then not know where I'm putting the money next because they don't want to do capital gains.
Gotcha.
So then sometimes we get multiple deals out of them.
Okay, so then what would so let's say you call someone right now.
Mhm.
They say exactly what you just said, where I need somewhere to put my money.
Mhm.
So then how are you helping them?
So are you saying like if we call and they say, yes, I'll sell
Yeah.
if you find me something?
Yes.
So then we go and find the something for
Okay.
them to buy.
What is that usually? Is it another hotel or is
Another
it
hotel?
Okay.
And usually if they sell a $10 million hotel, if that's what they wanted for it, they're probably going to buy one closer to 15. Generally, they want to go up in price or how nice the hotel is or the flag or the brand or anything like that. Sometimes they'll purchase in the exact same price range, but usually they want to go up.
Really cool.
Mhm.
Okay, so what's the coolest? I don't know if you can say this because I don't know like what. Are you what's the coolest hotel like transaction you've done?
That I'm allowed to say because it's closed. Is probably the Embassy Suites in West Valley.
Really?
So that's a big hotel. And
Okay.
it's new and pretty, and that deal was kind of crazy how it came about. We actually started going after cities because cities often own commercial buildings. We wanted to know what land cities had or that they would approve to build a hotel on. We had a lot of clients looking to develop, and so we started talking to cities, and West Valley City was one of them.
Okay.
So we actually went and met with them about another property of theirs I can't disclose yet.
Okay.
And we said, "Can we sell that?" And they said, "You're out of your mind." We're like, "Okay."
Yeah.
We get told we're out of our mind a lot, and then usually a deal happens later. So we love to be told we're out of our mind because it just pushes us to want to do it more.
Yeah.
But then they actually called back, I would say, I don't know, like 2 weeks later at like 8:00 at night. They had a city council meeting, and they actually built the Embassy Suites in West Valley, and they were under contract to sell it to someone, and it fell apart.
Oh.
And they said, we had joked in that meeting with them, that embassy you have, we'd love to sell that. And they just kind of brushed it off for obviously because it was under contract, but we didn't know that. And they called 8:00 at night. They called my business partner, Jessica, and they said, are you guys serious about bringing a buyer? And so she called Rich and I, and we were all panicked and freaking out. And we were under contract in 14 hours.
Oh my gosh. That's
So
crazy.
it is super crazy. Our clients are starting to realize, like, when we say we can do something, we're serious.
Yeah.
And we'll do it quick.
Wow.
Quick and discreet. So that one actually ended up closing December 31st at like 2:55 p.m.
Oh my.
The absolute like last minute that the deal could close.
Oh my God.
Otherwise, like the buyers were going to have tax problems, and the city, it was going to be a whole mess.
Yeah.
If it didn't close, but it closed with about 5 minutes to spare.
Oh my gosh. Talk about like nail biting.
It's always nail
Is
biting.
it?
Yes.
Yeah?
It's a
Even when,
roller
like, they
coaster.
take so long to go
Mhm.
through?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
like, what's the average, like, closing on that?
So, like, Hyatt at the airport, we close that in 8 weeks.
Oh,
So,
that's, like, fast.
it depends on the buyer and
Okay.
then also the lender, of course, and then, like, sometimes extra, like, studies have to be done for financing on the property or appraisal. Sometimes they already have an appraisal that they can work with, but usually we write the contract to close in 90 days. Um, Oftentimes they extend one time for 30 days, so it can be anywhere between, like, 60 and 120 days,
Wow.
but it will be smooth sailing, and then like, people have already signed, and then it's not smooth sailing anymore.
Oh,
So,
okay. Then we're, like, down to
the
the
deal is
wire
not
and
closed until our commission check is in our account,
okay.
because then it's been a minute too. So, then we know it's closed. We've learned from past experience it's not closed until then. So,
Yeah.
it's a roller coaster all the time, but it's, like, the biggest adrenaline high
Oh
ever.
my gosh, that seems so stressful.
It's stressful, but
Yeah,
it's fun.
a lot of anxiety.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Nothing like, a Xanax or something. It's fine.
Oh my gosh. So what's been your favorite part about being in the hospitality
Mhm.
industry?
Um, I would say just from, like, when I got my license in August up until now, like, the opportunities that I've been given to, like, come on things like this podcast, and I just did an interview with Utah Business Magazine with all these other massive companies like the Boyer Company, and sitting at a table with them and at a big law firm downtown talking about, like, the Utah commercial market is pretty crazy to have
Yeah,
happen that quickly and not even in a year in real estate to be having a seat at that table. I think that's probably been my favorite part.
yeah. The opportunities and people that you get to meet.
Mhm. Well, and our clients, I feel like in residential, you have to fight for respect. And with our clients, you have to fight for a second and then you earn it pretty quickly, but you
Mm,
can also be taken away really quickly. So I think that's also been my favorite part is just it's hard to be a woman in this industry. It's hard to be young in this industry. And it's also hard like to have so I'm pregnant right now. I'm 6 months pregnant right now.
Congratulations.
And wanting to be a mom and then still have this massive career, everyone tells you you can't do it.
Mm,
And in the commercial industry, like, all of our clients are like, "Hey, like, you say you can do it all, you can do it all." And I think that's been probably the coolest part about it.
wow. Okay, so where, like, do you see your? Because I mean, this is a pretty big accomplishment. And again, I don't know your age, but you seem
I'm
like younger.
25.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. And you present yourself so well. Like it's great. Okay, now my mind is like really blown. I thought she was like 28. But just because you're in the commercial space, you know.
2000s, baby.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So like I just the motivation and drive you have
Mhm.
to have. And I'm assuming that you're going in the office every day.
It depends on the day. That's the other thing is, like, with commercial, your day is just all over the place.
Yeah.
You're like, "I'm gonna be at this part of the state the beginning of the day, and then I'm gonna go to a meeting in Salt Lake Valley, and then sometimes you're at the office cold calling all day." Like, it just depends on what's going on,
Okay.
and that's kind of the fun part is it's not like, "I'm gonna show up at 9, I'm gonna stay till 5." It's all the time, but with commercial, it's a little bit easier to have a balance. I feel with residential, you can't have that much balance. You're doing
Mm,
open houses on Saturday, you're showing homes late at night. We don't do that. Our
mm,
clients very much respect our time because they want their time to be respected. They don't really want to go and get on a conference call at 8 o'clock at night. It happens, but it's usually because it's super important.
yeah.
But most of the time, they're like, "Oh, you're out of town. Let's chat next week then."
Okay.
So there's a lot of respect that goes both ways with our clients.
Well, and they're business owners
Mhm,
and they've been working all day. And then I'm sure they're
mhm.
the same
And their
hours.
time is important, and I think
Yeah.
that's also what has set us apart is they know when we're calling, we probably have a deal or we're trying to sell their hotel. And we'll be on the phone with them for, like, under 2 minutes.
Oh.
A lot of the times, like sorry, my headphones keep falling off my head. Um, People are calling these business owners, and you're taking up 20, 30 minutes of their time. They don't have that. And
Yeah.
so when they see your name come up on their phone, they don't answer.
Mm.
And so when we call, they're like, well, I got to answer this because if I don't answer, we move to the next client if we're bringing them a deal. If you don't answer the phone, it goes to the next client. So some of them will text us and they'll be like, I'm in a meeting. I will call you in 15 minutes. I promise. So that's been really nice that we don't get like declined a lot, I guess, on phone
Yeah.
calls. Or we're having to work really hard to try and talk to them. We know pretty quickly if they want to do business or not. And sometimes it's just not the right timing for them. And then they start to see our just sold and then they start answering the phone.
Oh, okay. And then so like if somebody calls and they seem like they might be interested, but the timing's not right
Mhm.
now, are you like consistently like emailing them, calling them? They're not on some like drip campaign, so you're
We don't
staying in
even have a
front?
drip campaign.
No?
No. That's the other thing is, I mean, all of us get a million emails and a
Yeah.
million texts that half the time we don't look at or we just open it and then we never read it. We don't send out, I mean, a year, like last year, I think we probably sent out like 7 emails
Mm,
and it was to announce things we sold.
okay.
And I think we only had like 4 or 5 people unsubscribe. And we have like email addresses of billionaires
Wow.
and all these huge CEOs in Utah that probably unsubscribe from just about everything. And I don't blame them for doing that because I would do that. So they know like when we send them an email, it's announcing something, it's important.
And it's an
Or if
opportunity.
we text them, it's not, people can tell when it's automated
Mm.
and like everything's automated nowadays. So when we text them, we want it to be like, we're actually texting
This
you
is
about
Sammie,
something.
and I've got something
Mhm.
important to tell you.
Yeah. And so we don't do drip campaigns. We don't do any of that, like the lead follow up. If we feel like there's a deal that makes sense for them and we call them 4 months later, then we call them 4 months later. But sometimes it's just don't annoy them.
Yeah.
Like they're business owners. They don't want to be annoyed. They get annoyed by people all day. So don't be that person that's doing that too.
Okay. So I love what you just said
Mhm.
because I feel like it's true too. I get like a jillion emails and I'm like, delete, 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 delete.
And you never read them.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
just like, it's just another automated marketing campaign. I don't want to pay attention to this.
Right.
This isn't them actually reaching out to me.
Right. Okay. So with let's say you call, somebody's like, yep, let's sell.
Mhm.
Like, how are you finding buyers if it's not being marketed? Are you like calling your database?
So in the beginning, it was just calling all these owners and saying like, "Hey, would you take an offer on your property?" And usually they're like, "Well, yeah, who's your buyer?" And then we'd kind of panic like, "Uh, I'll figure it out." And we always figured it out because then what we would kind of do is if someone was trying to sell one of their Marriotts, we usually call other Marriott owners that are near
Mm,
and we take it to them and say, "Hey, like we have one off market." And then they're like, "Well, yeah, I want to buy it."
wow.
So,
So that's kind of how like the ball gets rolling.
uh-huh. And
Okay.
then we'll have people that are like, I'm not looking to buy anything right now. Like I have a whole bunch of development deals going on right now, so I'm just not looking to buy right now. But like call me in 6 months.
Okay.
Um, and then we'll just kind of keep them on the radar. We're really bad about like keeping track of that, but we always still end up talking to them again. So I guess we're
I
not
love
that
the
bad about
honesty.
it. But I'm like, there's not like a CRM drip campaign.
Yeah.
That's just not
Like a
not our
notepad and a
thing.
post-it, and you're like, oh yeah, these guys.
The unfortunate part is yes. And for a while it was people's names written on our window.
Oh.
So,
Oh my. Okay.
super ghetto, but it worked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it works.
mhm.
That's so cool. Yeah, I am the other commercial agent I was telling you about previously, she was like, you call, and you're
Mhm.
like, I got a buyer. She was like, you just always like, I can always find the money.
100%.
Yeah. And I'm like, that's just wild to me.
And that's the fun part about commercial is everyone, like kind of regardless of the market, everyone's saying right now, like, oh, no one's really wanting to buy. No one's wanting to do this. All of our clients still want to buy.
Yeah.
We do have some clients that are kind of sitting back to wait and see what happens, but also they realize the longer you sit back, the more you're going to have to pay in a few years. And that hotels generally, like, they're not selling every year. It's usually I mean, on the very low end, like 5 years old. Sometimes people hold them for 25, 30 years. So they just
Mhm.
don't sell very often. So your opportunity to make an offer on something, it's like if you are interested in that hotel, offer on it because you might not get another chance to offer on it.
Okay.
So we can always find the money.
Yeah, that's just wild. That just goes to show that there's so much money out there and available.
Especially in Utah.
Yeah, and I know. It's like you drive around and it's like all these homes are like 1,000,000 plus, and
There's
it's
so
like,
much money
what
here.
do all these people do?
They're all my
Draper,
clients.
Holiday, Cottonwood.
I know what they do.
That's so cool.
Mhm.
All right, and then, so where do you see yourself like in this, like in your business?
Mhm. Um, Honestly, I kind of have a hard time being like, this is where I want to be in 5 years, because if you would have asked me 5 years ago what I was doing,
It was not this.
it was not selling hotels. It wouldn't have even been real estate, nothing even close. I just knew I always wanted a really big career. But our goal this year is to do 300 million. Hopefully we hit that. It's hard to hit 300 million.
Wow.
But then I just try and make like smaller, like short-term goals. Like I want to win rookie at my brokerage. And I'll
I'm
know
gonna
if
guess you're gonna be there.
yeah, well, I would assume. But I would think so. I think it's like 45
Do they
million in a
separate
year.
residential from commercial?
No.
No.
Oh, not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
So, I mean, doing like 45 million in your rookie year, I hope I get it, but we're just not going to assume. I'll know in August.
Oh, okay. I'm calling you in August.
So winning things like that, winning rookie of the year, we really wanted to win for our brokerage, like the number one commercial team, the number one, like highest producing. And we won that. And we were able to go to Las Vegas and like get the award for it. And then we actually ended up being able to, I was asked to speak on a hospitality panel at Mandalay Bay.
What?
Like day of, which was pretty crazy.
The day of
This
event, you get asked to be on the panel.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. I was just at breakfast eating a burrito. And they called.
Wait,
and
for like a commercial event?
It was for our entire brokerage. They do a yearly trip.
Okay.
Reunion type
thing. Oh, yes. Okay, I
Yes.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Like without saying the broker's name. And it was in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay. And one of the panels was about hospitality. And they called me and I was literally just sitting eating breakfast. And they're like, it's at 1:15. We need an answer. And at first I said, heck no. I had found out I was pregnant the day before.
Oh my God.
I was so sick. And I was like,
I don't know if I can
no.
last.
And then I called my husband. He said, you better. So then I did do it. But
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty crazy.
That's like a lot of people there. A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of questions did they have for you? Is this for like other agents that might want to get into the commercial space?
Just because like our brokerage that we're under is so heavily residential, it was a lot of residential agents asking questions. But just kind of understanding like, how does a hotel sell? How can I ask like how they can ask their clients if they want to buy a hotel? I'm like, I would hope you know if your clients want a hotel just through normal conversation.
Yeah.
Not very many people just bring that up, that they want to buy a hotel or would think to bring it up to their residential agent. But we end up partnering a ton with agents at our office that are residential with their commercial clients that are not buying hotels. I think we're working like 10 or 12 right now deals with retail, office, industrial. So we're still doing all those deals in between the hotels.
Okay. So what would you tell, like what piece of advice would you give, like, actually, no, I'm going to ask another question first. Okay. So if like, would you suggest that if like a residential realtor gets the opportunity or like presented to them that they have a buddy that needs help with commercial, do you think they should do it themselves?
No. No. And that's just because commercial is so different. I mean, we'll have some residential agents. We kind of give them the option on, do you just want to hand off your client for this commercial deal and we'll just take it from here. Sometimes they're way too busy with residential or they just have no desire to learn commercial.
Mhm.
And then sometimes they're like, I kind of like to at least learn it a little bit. So I kind of have an understanding when clients call. And usually when we're on phone calls with their clients about a commercial deal, we get off the phone and they call me and they say, I don't know what you just said, but I'm just gonna like smile and nod to my client, like, yep,
Yeah.
I know that too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think your first couple commercial deals, I don't see how you can do it by yourself. There's a lot more legal to commercial deals. Because now you're involving people's businesses and people are sue happy.
Yeah.
And like we have an attorney on retainer at all times. And we do chat frequently.
Okay.
And our clients usually have an attorney on retainer that they're calling and asking these questions. They're sending them the lease agreement. So there's just a lot more legal to it that you're going to want a little direction on. And that's where I leaned on, my two other business partners. They had kind of they both did residential for a really long time.
Mm.
So they had that groundwork, but then they were dabbling in commercial for quite a while too.
Okay. Yeah, so I was just telling you that, like, by chance, I was at this commercial
Mhm.
meeting
Yeah.
before this, and he gave, like, real life scenarios
Mhm.
where deals, like, hit the fan and, like, crazy stuff happened,
Mhm.
and, I mean, he's like, I had somebody trying to buy this property, and, it, like, is going to fall through, but they're under contract, da 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 da. The seller, billionaire, lives in Park City, and he's
Mhm.
like, "No, like, you're gonna correct this. You're gonna pay me $75,000,
Mhm.
like, or I'm not leaving. I'm not going away."
Mhm.
And so they ended up having to pay him, but
Mhm.
I'm just like, "What a."
And the crazy part is half of the things like that happen in these deals that fall apart, we can never talk about, so people have no idea
Yeah,
how crazy they actually get.
yeah,
But yeah, we've had several where like we're having to send demand letters or it gets really messy. And especially like regarding commissions, it gets really messy because it's very different than residential too. And residential right now, fighting for your commission is a whole nother ball game right now. And
mhm,
when they came out with those changes, we were like, well, what's new? Like that's how commercial is.
yeah,
So it wasn't anything different, but you're working with a lot more money
yeah,
and people that will push back a
yeah,
lot more.
right. And stand their ground, like, this is,
Send their attorney.
yep,
Yeah.
yep,
Mhm.
where, like, anyone living in these homes around us don't have an attorney on call on
Yes, we
retainer.
just
So it's
assume
like, yeah,
everyone has
an
a
attorney.
very mean attorney.
Oh, okay.
Better to assume.
Yeah. And he was also saying, which I guess I didn't realize this. He's like he was going over the differences between residential and commercial.
Mhm.
And he was saying that, with the MLS, um, real estate agents or realtors are very protected, with all these forms and documents. And if that form doesn't work, then we have to correct it and make sure that they're
Mhm.
protected. But like with commercial, there's really not a lot of protection for you guys.
No, and that is where your attorney comes into play. So, yeah, with commercial, we don't have an MLS. I mean, commercial properties are sometimes listed on the MLS. Hotels, I think there's a few on there, but they're smaller hotels. So we don't have like an MLS to pull off of. We have a lot of commercial platforms, but a lot
And
of
then
things
don't you
aren't.
have to pay for like each one of those platforms an
Oh yeah.
astronomical fee
Yeah, we spend thousands of dollars a month just for those
to have
platforms,
access to
just
them?
to have access to it.
Yeah.
Not you have to pay to list it too.
Oh,
So you're stuck with like a 1 year just paying to have it. And then for each listing, you have to pay to have it on there. And the other hard part is like with Utah, it's a non-disclosure state.
right.
So we'll have like residential agents go and say, "Can you pull me some sales comps for this property?" We always laugh. There's no sales comps in commercial.
Yeah.
Very rarely. Sometimes people will disclose the price, but most owners don't want the price disclosed.
Right.
So we can guess what it went for. We have our ways of figuring out what it sold for.
Oh.
We have Jessica.
We have Jessica.
She will figure it out.
Yeah, she's like a PI.
Honestly, I just know never to cross her.
She'll find you.
And if anyone crosses me, I will send Jessica after you. So we have ways of figuring it out, but not like, a piece of paper that's saying this is what it sold for. So we have to work a lot harder to figure those things out. There's no CMAs. That would be nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no CMAs, and then all these forms, we don't have those. I mean, almost every form that we ever use for anything, our attorney wrote.
Oh.
And then sometimes our clients are like, my attorney's going to write the agreement, and they'll pay their attorney to do that. So yeah, we're not heavily protected.
Yeah. Wow. It is like the Wild West.
It is very much the Wild West.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so where do you see yourself in like 5 years? I know you were saying like this year the goal is 300 mil. Where do you see yourself like in this career? Like, is it a bigger team? Is it like what does that look like for you?
The team, so we've
It's
kind
the
of,
3 of you, right?
it's just the 3 of us. And it's a well-oiled machine.
Yeah.
Like, it just works. People are always like, how does this only work with 3 of you? It just works. We don't mess with it. But we've talked about bringing on agents to help with these retail deals we get or offices or things like that. I'm mainly taking those on right now, but it's hard to split your time between hotels and then these other deals. So we've talked about bringing on agents, but a lot of agents don't want to work as hard as you have to work in commercial. And they want things handed to them, and commercial is not handed to you. You can't really buy commercial leads. They're usually bogus, and you have to spend a lot of money for them. You just have to work really hard.
To be in the office and get on the phones.
Yes, and you got to know how to talk to people, and you got to be ambitious. And there's just not a lot of people in this world that can do all that.
Well, and
all the time.
financially, you have
It's a big financial jump.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward. But so we've chatted with a few agents, but like I have a really high standard for what an agent should be doing in the office, and that's been kind of hard to find.
Yeah.
Kind of shooting myself in the foot on that one, but commercial agents to bring on, it's really expensive. I mean, all these platforms, you're spending a lot of money to have agents.
You have to pay per person?
Yes, it's pay for everything.
Wow.
And so we're having to spend thousands of dollars a month just to have an agent, hoping that they produce. And so like what I expect, like our team agreement says, like we've changed it a little bit to lower the standards, but like you should be writing 6 agreements a month. So that's like 6 offers, 6 purchase sell agreements. You should be writing those, and most commercial agents maybe write 1 a month.
Oh.
So
Okay.
But I know I know people can hit it because we do it.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we did it in less than a year.
Okay.
So at first we were in like a 10 by 10 little office, and we just got a big brand new office in South Jordan. We finally have our own rooms now.
Oh, that's nice.
So it was all 3 of us in there, cold calling,
Wow.
running the show. We didn't like bringing clients there.
Yeah.
A little embarrassed by it, but that's where it all started. And so we would like to bring on more agents, but I don't know what that looks like right now.
Okay.
I think if people approach and it's kind of like bring us a commercial deal, let's partner on it. You can test us out. We can test you out. And if we think you're a good fit, you're a good fit, but we're not active.
Not like active. Okay.
No,
All right.
just because we don't really need to.
Yeah.
I mean, we're drowning a little bit right now, but we also thrive when we're drowning.
Yeah.
So that's where it is right now. But deals wise, we also want to start, like my dream has always been to specialize in arenas. So
Like,
yeah.
I don't know, like stadium arenas?
Yes. Like a Delta
What?
Center. Like,
What?
yeah, I want to sell those.
Wow.
Delta Centers. They're like where NBA teams play or where hockey teams play. I want to
Because
sell
what
those.
was the Delta Center before?
Vivint.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not from here, and I forget what it was
Vivint,
before.
Energy Solutions. It's been renamed a whole
So
bunch
like
of
that
times.
type of.
I want to sell those.
Cool.
So, and those do not sell often. Like
Yeah.
very, very rarely, but it's a big deal to sell those. So I want to go towards that direction. So
See,
within
this
the
is
next
like
5
things
years,
I
I
never
want
hear of.
2. I want to sell 2 arenas.
In the next 10 years?
5 years.
5 years.
2 arenas.
Wow. You can do it, girl. I know you can.
Hey, where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
So
there is.
I'm very determined to do it.
Wow.
Because once you say it, then people kind of hold you to it.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. So actually, you had kind of. I wanted to ask a question. You kind of were touching on it. So I want to talk because these deals do take longer
Mhm.
and can fall through 9 days before closing.
Or after they signed,
Oh, really?
either one.
Oh, okay. Um, it's crazy. So, I wanna talk about, like, your pipeline because financially, you have to have some money probably put away because finding the deal, putting it together, having it come to fruition, getting, I guess, your commission checks, that's the only way that you know that it actually went through.
Mhm.
So, like, how, you said you make do 6 contracts, that's a standard, writing offers, all of that, a month. So you are like, let's say you get a deal together, you're still looking for another one. It's not
Mhm.
just like stopping.
No, and that's the other part is a lot of agents are like, "Oh, I got 4 under contract." Well, that's nice because probably half of them are gonna fall out. So what do you have to replace it?
Mm,
And I don't know if we've just been traumatized so much to realize, like, this deal could fall apart at the last minute, you can't get comfortable.
yeah.
And we never get comfortable with our deals where we're just always on edge of, "Is this actually gonna happen?" A little traumatizing. That's what
Yeah.
therapy's for. Um, but pipeline is just if we always wanna have 100 million under contract.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
at all times, 100 million under contract. Sometimes there's, a week or 2 where usually our hotels so, like, the last let's see, from, like, the middle of May to middle of June, so about 30 days, we closed 2 hotels.
Oh,
But we hadn't closed anything, let's see, the last thing we closed was in January,
okay.
but we closed 3 in January.
Okay.
So there's big gaps, but these other deals that
We're
are like
in your
retail,
pipeline.
they're feeding the in between. Now they're
Gotcha.
nowhere near a hotel deal.
Right.
The hotel deals are sweet.
So always 100 million.
Always
Is that like
100
normal or is this just your team?
No, that is not normal.
Okay.
Not normal at
Okay.
all.
See, I don't know. These are big numbers. I don't know
No.
what
And
normal.
it is a huge number to hit.
Yeah.
Because even if, like, on average, our hotels are like 15, 20 million, you need 4 or 5 hotels under contract. That's a lot of hotels.
Wow.
So, especially when in, like, a state and not that many sell every single year, especially in Utah. Hotels are prized possessions because Utah's a thriving market.
Yeah.
So they don't
Yeah,
sell
we
very
have
often.
like year-round like tourists.
Mhm.
Um,
Everyone wants Utah. Our out-of-state buyers, they all want Utah.
yeah.
So and to buy a hotel in Utah, like, it's an aggressive number. It is not cheap to buy in Utah. It's not cheap for houses either.
Yeah.
Hotels are even worse.
Wow.
So
Okay. So cool. All right. Well, Sammie, I can't even believe we've been here for the amount of time that we have. I could talk to you like so much longer. I appreciate you coming in and
Thank you.
talking, and I'm like so proud of you, girl. And congratulations on your baby. And do we know it's a boy or girl?
It's a boy.
It's a boy.
Mhm.
Oh,
A little hotel broker in the making.
oh my gosh,
My
I
husband
love.
says otherwise.
This your first?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
congratulations.
My husband's like, "Our kid is not going into real estate." And I said, "Yeah, right." We're having
You're
him to
like,
replace me.
yeah, I'm building a legacy here.
100%. See, and
Yeah,
that's also what we built our team off of is, like, we want huge legacies for our families.
yeah.
We don't just like, yeah, there's generational wealth, but I want a legacy and I want my name on things.
Oh,
That's a big ego, but
I
that
love it.
if you work hard for it, like, you can have it all happen to you, but you have to be willing to put in the time, the
Yeah,
sweat, blood, and tears, quite literally sometimes.
yeah. Okay, so what's one piece of advice you would give an agent wanting to get into the commercial space? Maybe they're not an agent. Maybe they're doing marketing.
Honestly, is I would if you're I think going from residential to commercial is hard. And you kind of have I don't know, something in your head on like this is how it's supposed to go. And I didn't have that in my head. I was just taught commercial.
Mm,
And I think jumping into commercial is a lot better than going residential and then commercial. But like you said, it's deals take a lot longer and you kind of have to have that financial backing first.
hmm
Shout out to my husband. And he has the government benefits. So um I would just say jump in 10 toes and like don't try and push you down because you will get pushed down, attempted to push down every single day. But when people tell you that's never gonna happen, you have to use it as, oh, it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's
Like
happening.
the arenas, it's gonna happen.
I love
My
that.
husband laughed at me, and then now he's like, "Oh, she's
She's
serious," and he's here for it. He's excited about it. He's like, "My wife is crazy," but
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Mhm.
Okay, well, Sammie, where can people follow you?
I don't even know my own tag.
Yeah, but look.
I think mine, like personally, is Sammie-Aguilera.
Okay.
And then our team is Omnia-CRE. That's our
Okay.
Instagram handle,
Perfect.
LinkedIn.
Okay.
So we don't post too much on there. I do the hotel videos when we sell them. That's been our leads, actually, that we
Okay.
didn't really have to. I guess we kind of paid for it because we paid to do the video. But
Oh, that's like people do that. Yeah. Realtors do that all the time for houses.
But
Okay.
doing a hotel video, like that's pretty cool. And we
Yeah.
get a lot of leads off of those.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Sammie.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please rate us, like us, and share this podcast with our real estate community. The Nova Show Real Estate Record, sharing raw stories of real estate, failures, lessons, wins, and successes. This is all from Novation Title, bringing a different experience into your world so that we can all uplift each other. Until next time.